Hello again from Custom Home Builder Solutions, also known as CHS, a job costing, full accounting, and profit management software for the professional home builder. In this video, I'm going to continue talking about percent complete draw requests. I think this will be the last video I do about it, except that you should watch the next video that might come up on the playlist about doing percent completes through certain job stages. But let me go ahead in this video. I want to do a second draw so we can look at how the prior drawn from our first draw we did in previous videos shows up, and then you might collect for some additional change orders in that draw, etc. So let's select our demo job we've been using. We'll click the button for cost plus markup, and it detected we already had draws that were of the percent complete type, so it's got us in that mode. And we're going to do a second draw. It'll actually have the same draw date because we're doing all these videos on the same date, but just ignore that. And we're going to do a second draw for percent complete. We see our first draw here. We already posted the payment also, which you can see just from here deposits this job if you need to, that we were posting that draw number 1 payment and allocating it to change orders. But let's prepare a new draw request, and I'll show you what happens on the second draw. The amounts of our first draw, the amounts that we included on our first draw, are included in a prior drawn column. And if I decide to say these are more done, it's showing the percents that they were done as of last time. Let's take our example we were using before, and let's just decide, even though we've only posted part of our building permits that we know we're about to, so we want to go ahead and call this 100%. So we'll use this button up here for 100%. And you'll notice that it calculates 140625 as the total complete now. And then it has prior drawn of 625. And so the difference of that is now showing up in ready to draw. Maybe we know we're about to pay for all the HBA assessments or something. We could do that also. Or we're going to pay for 75% of them, or whatever it is. We could put 75 in there and get that amount into a draw, and we can see that's 100%. We're not going to do anything about miscellaneous permits and fees. Maybe we'll not have those yet. And plan costs and architect fees, we did 100%. We might do 100% of surveys. We know that's coming up. Like I said before, you can see that we've paid for most of these here, so you really probably want to do all of those because we've already paid for them, or we've at least posted a bill. It might not be paid yet, so we're doing a few 100%. Again, if you would watch the video that's up here in help under percent complete about just going ahead and selecting for all to be 100% through a certain job stage, that can sure speed up your life. You could just use this button, select a certain stage, update all of those to 100% through a certain stage. But that requires that you have set up your stages, job stages, attach those to job codes, etc. We won't mess with that right now. We can tell we did this full cost and this full cost. And we would be doing some more, but I'm not going to take up a lot of time on this video for all of that. What I want to look for is my change order stuff again. Since I'm collecting change order money in this draw, I can tell on that change order I did 100%, including the change order already. I can tell on that approved change order I did 100% already. I can tell 100% on this one. Normally you'd scroll faster and not move your cursor over there, but I'm doing a demo, so I'm showing you that. And I can tell on this one, even though it says 33.33%, that I did draw the amount of the change order, but maybe I'm not ready to draw the rest of the amounts for front door and exterior door. The same with this. I drew an amount already for that change order because we're wanting change order money up front for some reason. It's sort of our policy. So we included it in that draw 1. So let's keep going. We can tell we took care of these just by eyeballing them. And right here, all of a sudden, we have that number 8 change order that I mentioned in the last video that I've created since I produced the draw request. So we do see change order money here that we want to go ahead and get right away. even though we don't have any posted costs for it. So I'm going to go ahead, there was no original budget for this Granite Tops. And I just quickly did a change order and made up something. So I'm going to go ahead and use 100% of that one so that I do collect that change order money. Let's see if there's any other great big costs that let's draw for our paint interior. We see that we posted costs for that. This stuff will seem very out of order just because this is a demo, and I don't have all the bills posted in the right order or anything. I've just used random ones to match certain demo things, so pay no attention to this order. It'll all make more sense on your stuff, and hopefully you don't have as many change orders or that many change orders that you're dealing with, unless you like them because you make more money. But of course, lots of change orders can change everything and add a little more work to everything because you're doing lots of change orders. Let's just say, okay, we're ready to draw this $19,000, and so I'll do the store print, etc. We looked at how the summary by group draw request looks, and like I said, in the very sort of next video that would come up in a playlist, we're doing a whole different job, and we're drawing by stages, so that's when this one would become relevant. So we're just going to do the detailed draw request that shows all the cost codes and shows revenues and change orders that we've posted now. So CHS has prepared a PDF of that draw request and stored it in your file cabinet. And like we showed before, a window to tag that file that is now in our file cabinet which CHS has already tagged it, but you can change the title if you want for looking for it better in your file cabinet. Then I'll go ahead and open that file, look at it, make sure I'm happy with it, maybe export it to my own PDF reader and email it to the buyer, etc. But you can, on that, let's find that change order line. Notice that this column is change orders. You can explain to your buyer why, even if this is going to happen later in the job paying for it, that you're collecting change order money up front. And they can see that in the change order column, and that's why you have an amount over here almost sort of ahead of time because it's a change order, if that's what your policy is. And so we come down to the total of our draw, and we show the total completed to date, less monies received, and the earned balance due. If we stop this job today, the other amount that they would owe us is this amount. Basically, maybe you might make some deals because of those change orders, but whatever. That's what why this earned balance due is here. Is if the job stopped, it might be what they owed you as of today. But our current draw request is different from that by $10,000 because we're not applying the $10,000 down payment to our draws. We're holding that till the end or something to apply at job closing. You can see the total of revenues so far in that last one that we posted. I did do a video, if you'll look for it, that has to do with exporting these to your own PDF reader. And if you have some tools, you can write some notes here to explain what this is to the home buyer, or you can just not include this page. I purposely don't do page 5 of 7, etc. So maybe you just hand them the first pages for their draw requests and not all the rest of the pages. Who knows? So that's our draw request, and we're going to close our tagging window. And at that time is when you actually, so you need to go through the whole process, make sure you close it, is when we're asked if we want to post the draw request. And I said okay. So now in our list, we have 2 draws that we've produced. And again, ignore that draw date. It'll be on different dates you're doing this, I'm sure, different stages of the job. But let's get that PDF opened so we could just go post the payment for that just like real quickly. Also, let's play like they gave us a check. This is another day. We've got that opened in a tab. We'll come back to looking at it. Let's close this and close our file cabinet and close this, and let's go over to where we're going to post a deposit. And we'll try to just do this as fast as we can because we already had another window that really was detailing about posting deposits. So we're selecting our buyer for that job. The job code drops in. We might do 4567 as the check number. And we remembered that we had one change order, and that's why I'm doing this, that we collected for. Notice that the balance due on change orders 1 through 7 is 0. And if it is our policy each time we do a draw request to draw for all the change orders, and we know this one was included in our draw request, we want to mark this change order as paid with this draw money that we received. Like I showed you before, I'm changing this to interim draw because we're actually collecting the change order money in the draw. If you select a change order, CHS will drop that change order category in there. So you might do CO 08 paid from draw 1, something like that. So that's that amount. So we'll just copy that line. We won't do a change order for this. We only had one change order we collected for. And we'll do balance of draw 1 without COs. We'll do interim draw category. And we'll figure out 1875. 19,824.39 is the amount of the check they gave us. Clear that. 19,824.39 minus that change order is 17,949.39. $19,824.39. I closed that, but that was the amount of our draw. And we're going to post that to our construction checking. We'll still do that as of today and let it give it its deposit ID. We'll submit that deposit and close that and go back over to our draw request menu and make sure that that's showing up as revenues received in interim draws. And I should have typed this as from draw 2. I'm talking in videos, but let me show you real quickly how you edit those. Let's do that. Cash side button. If you watch deposit stuff, you'll use this. See how it says edit or delete deposits. And here's our deposit, and here's an edit button. So that we can edit that original deposit, and I'm going to put draw 2. I just get so busy talking, but I think it also helps to watch how something gets fixed. And so I changed that to draw 2. I'm going to submit my deposit edits. Close that, go back to our draw request, look at our revenues received. And for description, you might just start instead, see how it's all on the same date, so it's it's just sorting by date. And normally these would be at the bottom of the list. That's what paused me there for a minute because they'd be on some later date. But anyway, you might in your description just start it with draw 2 in caps, dash, and then small, or you don't even have to say small because that's indicated by the payor. Draw 2 dash change order 07 draw 2, so that you see that real clearly when you start looking at your list of draws. So we have that, and the other thing we should glance at is our change orders for our VistaView job, and look at our change orders and payments database, and we can see that every one of these change orders and payments summed up are 0 now that it got posted. Then it shows on this one that it's from draw 2. If you do a results report of all of that, you can see totals at the bottom here, and you can tell that the totals are 0 on this column with all the payments, etc. Anyway, that's how that shows up. You can see another kind of payments, showing payments received a different way and balances due if you like, using the database for change orders, but that had to do with change order stuff. So I think that's all I'm going to talk about now in this little series about percent complete draw requests. And again, like I said, don't miss, if you do, back on the draw request menu, if you do help and then you expand the area for percent complete, this video is about doing draw requests by stage for another job, and all the videos I just did about percent complete will be here by the time you're clicking on it. And thank you for watching. Bye-bye.